Our Infernal Guard, any good in patch 6.1.2? I wanted to continue updating this series for 2025, so let's take a look at a higher end and very solid tier of infantry for Chaos Dwarfs. A bunch of the potential boosts are shared with Chaos Dwarf warriors, but make no mistake, these are better. Let's go into how. Recruited for 950 gold and 237 upkeep, the base Infernal Guard have 100 entities on Ultra with 9,000 hit points between them. Chaos Dwarf warriors had a health boost, but these guys didn't need one. Armor is 100 with mighty shields blocking 55% of small arms fire from the front. Fire resistance begins at 25, significantly better than warriors get. Leadership 80 is as solid as their armor. Speed 26 and charge speed 36 are exceptionally poor. Melee attack begins at 32 with an attack interval of 4.3, axe infantry standard stuff. No splash damage. Melee defense begins at the utterly exceptional 56. Weapon strength 42 is split between base 31 and armor piercing 11, spectacular at mowing down ordinary levels of foes or rebelling slaves. Charge bonus of 12 isn't horrible given the slow speed, and mass of 250 reflects the armor weight. Aside from Contempt and Hide in Forest, this unit has charge defense versus large, and thus will erase charge bonus of most cavalry and monsters and diminish it with ogres. The Great Weapons version bumps the cost up to 1000 gold and 250 upkeep. Armor 100, no shields, melee attack and attack interval completely identical. Melee defense of 46 is 10 worse, but only 10 worse. Weapon strength 46 is 4 better, base 12 and AP 34 with a charge bonus of 18. Once again, the unit has Hide in Forest, Contempt, and no charge defense versus... wait, it actually does have charge defense versus large, something the Chaos Dwarf Warriors' Great Weapon certainly did not get. Keep this in mind going forward. In the Redline skills, Black Shard Bulwark at 3 pips is plus 12 armor and plus 6 melee attack. Marshaled Military gets ranked 7 ones plus 5 melee attack and defense and 15% spell resistance, which Chaos Dwarfs don't get naturally like regular dwarfs. In the tech tree, the only direct stat upgrade is super early, the Call to War, Leadership plus 6 and Melee Defense plus 4. This means within a few game turns you can have plus 12 armor, plus 6 melee attack, plus 6 leadership, and plus 4 melee defense for Infernal Guard under your starting general. Other techs add recruit rank, reduce cost, and so on. So the rest of the power is the Manufactory. Frenzy is obviously amazing on these units and turns them from tilted defensive to no tilt at all at an elite level of operation. Charge Reflection has no downside here, all upside, and is only wasted if you are only fighting infantry, in which case the aforementioned Frenzy will carry you through brutal combat against some of the best infantry in the game. Spell Resistance an extra 25% has its places and uses. Glittering Scales not just makes the Infernal Guard even harder to hit, but helps any squishier friendlies around them. Sundering... Armor Sundering is just plain good, okay? Immunity to contact effects can be nice against certain factions. Physical resistance 10% can be useless or completely ridiculous, and causes fear can be a nice little bonus. None of these are bad, some are just more situational than others. So how do you use Infernal Guard? The thing is, aside from their differences in shields and armor piercing, both being charge defense versus large means you really do not have to relegate the great weapons to second line reinforcement. You probably will, just to protect them from being whittled down cheaply. But you can body block Chaos Trolls and keep them from stopping your Blunderbusses from firing. I'll be serious, I could stop here, because that one change basically erases the downside, which would require many more words to dance around. These units are some of the best melee infantry you can find, only become better, and the only downside worth saying is that they're melee infantry to begin with. And also, they don't have a pure bonus versus large, but you work with that. And you have Blunderbusses, you work with that. There is also one thing to say, they are really slow. Once the battle is committed, they're just not going to do a good job chasing down the enemy. That's what the Hobgoblin Help is for, because they can't do it. Their job is to sort problems out up close and personal-like. And they're pretty good at it. Take care, and have fun laying down the law, Judge Chorf style.